This is a weapons overview video for the Dryden Sims F-14B Tomcat version 10.2 for X-Plane 10. In this video we will look at how to set up and operate the F-14 weapon systems. The default loadout is an air-to-air loadout of 2 Sparrow, 2 Sidewinder, and 4 Phoenix missiles, or 2, 2, and 4. The weapons loadout selector in the hidden cockpit page will ensure the F-14 displays the correct weapon name with a change in weapon loadout and is default set to 2, 2, and 4. The weapon rail select switch is used to change the weapon rails on the jet to match the weapon's loadout. Selecting air-to-air on the right vertical console will enable the weapon's name to be displayed on the HUD and VDI. You can reload the weapons or change the weapons via the weight and fuel menu in X-Plane. However, the weapons will not sit in the correct weapons rail position. The most accurate way to change the loadout is via Plane Maker, using the weapons loadout guide and the instructions manual. The instructions manual will show you the exact position for each weapon on each station, as well as the weapon select and weapons rail selection to make. Any combination of weapons that is not described in the manual may not give accurate weapon status indications or display name accurately. Lifting the ACM jet cover and pushing the button will jettison both drop tanks. Select the gun rate to high, the Sidewinder cooling switch to on, and the missile prep switch to on. Sidewinder missiles will not get a hot trigger without the Sidewinder cooling switch on. Phoenix and Sparrow missiles will not get a hot trigger light without the missile prep switch being on. The master switch must be on to release weapons. The master switch will automatically come on if you select any weapon. The weapon status indicators will be white if a weapon is loaded, black if fired or empty, and a checkerboard if that is the next weapon to fire. The Sparrow missile requires the radar to be in single target track to get a hot trigger. The Phoenix and Sidewinder missiles do not. The Seeker Enhanced Acquisition Mode, or Scene Lock Light, will illuminate when the Sidewinder has a good lock. The notch cube tells you that you are 90 degrees from your target. Target bearing range and altitude is displayed in the HUD once the target is in the radar scan volume. If the radar is in STT, the ASE circle will be displayed. When the steering dot is inside the ASE circle and the target is in range of the weapon has the best chance of reaching the target. A target range circle is displayed on the outside of the ASE circle. The triangle shows the target's current range in relation to the max range and min range of the selected weapon. When the target reaches the min range of the weapon, a brake X will flash to tell you not to fire the weapon. In the air-to-air mode, the VDI will display a range bar for the selected weapon, which depicts the target's range in relation to the selected weapon's max range and min ranges. If an STT is selected, the steering circle will be displayed. The HSD gives an overhead view of the battle space, with your own aircraft at the bottom of the display. Selecting Expand puts your own aircraft in the middle of the display. Own aircraft airspeed and heading is displayed at the very top of the display. Just below that is target range and azimuth information. When attack stab is selected, a horizon line and ASE circle will be displayed on the HSD. The radar scan volume will collapse on the target under STT, and the scan volume will show the vertical look angle of the radar. A brake X is also displayed on the HSD and VDI. The radar warning receiver displays the detection of enemy radar signals. It's going to be displayed on the radar warning receiver or the HSD. To demonstrate how to set up the F-14 radar warning receiver, we will select 4 MiG-29s from the Aircraft Situations tab and 1 F-14 wingman. Then we will go to the Hidden Cockpit page and set up the raw receiver. The first 4 aircraft are labeled by knob 1 and can be labeled from the enemy menu. In this case, 29 for MiG-29. The second 3 aircraft are labeled by knob 2 and can be labeled by the friendly menu. Knob 3 handles the next 4 aircraft, and knob 4 handles the next 4 aircraft. Then we'll use the map page to set our 2 teams on different sides of the area. Now you can see the MiG-29s out in front of us and our F-14 wingman to the right of us. The only way to select the gun is to click the bottom of the HUD. Without a target designation, the HUD display is a manual gun sight, with a fixed gun reticle, a 1,000-foot solution, and a 2,000-foot solution. To use the gun effectively, close to within 2,000 feet, put the target in between the crosshairs and the diamond, and fire from a steady state turn. If you designate a target, the diamond becomes the target designation box. Now let's look at air-to-ground weapons. We have loaded GBU-16s in PlaneMaker and need to match the weapons rails and weapon select switch. Select Bombcat and Sparrow, since we still have a Sparrow on our shoulder station. Select Bombcat for all air-to-ground loads. Now we have Bru 32 bomb adapters on our weapons rails and a lantern pod on Station 8 Bravo. Unstow the lantern pod. Check that GBU is displayed on the HSD. The air-to-ground page lets you select weapons outside of the normal program sequence, and you can select mode to drop singles or multiples and set the bomb spacing interval. To fully utilize the air-to-ground weapons, set up a Dryden Sims target. You can choose from a compound, a factory, a frigate, a radar, or a Scud. We'll pick the factory because it's a very big target to see. Make sure you are on opposite teams. These targets are just modified aircraft, so X-Plane starts them out in the air. Make sure you designate it before it touches the ground, or you won't be able to designate it. Find the target on the maps page and drag it to an area where you can easily recognize it. I recommend putting it next to a control tower on a runway. That way you can always look at it from the control tower. Reduce its altitude to just above the ground and make its airspeed 0. While paused, switch to tower view and look for your target. Adjust the altitude so it's just above the ground. If it's too high, it'll roll and tumble and maybe reset. If it's just a few feet, it'll settle to the ground. Now you have a nice big visible target that the aircraft will track and the bombs will guide on. Select air to ground on the right vertical console. Set yourself up for about a 10-mile run-in. 20,000 feet, 0.9, releasing somewhere between 8 and 5 miles. you score a direct hit, the target will reset to the air. The Mark 80 series bombs are best delivered in a 45-degree delivery. Consult the F-14 manual for the exact parameters. With the Mark 80 series bombs and air ground selected, you'll get a bomb fall line and a weapon impact point and a pull-up point. At 20,000 feet and 4 miles of being the target, roll into a 45-degree turn. If you're in the right position, the target will be off your wingtip. Now increase the turn to about 30 degrees from the target and overbank and roll in. Put the target in the middle of the HUD and roll wings level. Put the bomb fall line over the target. Release when the weapon impact point is over the target. Pull 5 Gs to recover. That was too far right. Spot your hits and try again. Closer, but still not a direct hit. You're out of bombs, but you still have the gun. This concludes the weapons tutorial. You can find the Dryden Sims targets on drydensims.com. Thanks for watching.